let's start talking about the end of Blue Bloods. I mean, it's been 14 years on air, and what is like playing the same character for such a long time?
It's been so nice to play one character for 14 years. I think it's a very rare thing to do in my business, exploring a character for such a long time. I don't know if that will ever happen again. And it's been interesting to learn about her as situations come up in her life and as different characters come through. So it's been really nice that the writers have been challenging all of us on screen by changing and changing the storylines and changing the characters and giving us more to work with and which only helps us learn as a character and as an actor.
What was the feeling like, not just for you, but for the entire cast when you filmed the last family dinner?
The last family dinner was so interesting because the storyline is very specific and each character kind of has a really nice wrap up of their relationships or their characters, right? And so for my character specifically, it was a very beautiful and intimate wrap up. And then at the same time, when they said cut, we were all telling stories with our cast and crew of remember the first time, or remember this, or remember that. And we were, crying in between takes with people or hugging them or, just reminiscing. And so it was emotional. And every single scene on the last episode was kind of like that because we were wrapping out. um, it was the last time I was on my set, in my office, or at the courthouse. Each one was a last time. So it was grieving and joy and appreciation all wrapped up in one.
So, talking about the dinner scenes, did you actually eat the food? I know that there's a curiosity a lot of fans still have today.
So it changed over the years because I think I made the mistake early on eating during the scenes. And then I never felt good because some of those scenes in the beginning were 6 hours long. We did get it down to like 2.5 or something like that. We figured out the camera angles and such. But that's a long time. That's like having a Thanksgiving dinner every single week. And it's not good. It's not good. Donnie ate all the time, every scene. I pulled back a little bit.
How do you feel your performance on Blue Bloods has evolved over the years? Like, is there something you've learned from the character or the team that really helped you grow as an actress?
I think that one of the things that helped me grow so much was actually going into directing. So I was able to direct 3 episodes on Blue Bloods and taking the step to the other side of the camera, working with the DP, working with the set designer, and then also working with the other actors. It taught me so much about acting and the reasons why certain directors or camera people ask you to do things. So it was a wonderful lesson um, to be able to jump into directing.
Now that the show is over and finally the Brazilian fan will get to see the last season starting in March, what do you have in mind for the next few years? Are you already planning something or is like the goal to take a break now?
Right now, I think that it's been really nice to be able to travel a little bit and spend time with my family, and quietly be looking for the next thing. And it's hard to. Um, I don't want to jump into just anything since I had it so good on Blue Bloods. I want to make sure that I'm going into something that will challenge me creatively, but also be surrounded around with people who want that same thing. And so keeping my eye out.
Besides airing on Blue Bloods, you had a memorable role in Sex and the City, which I'm a
Mhm.
big fan. And how did acting in such a well-known show influence your career?
I had that audition and was on Sex and the City in the beginning of my career, um, and then coincided with Coyote Ugly. So it definitely gave me, a boost in my career. It was one of those shows that was already very popular, and I was very new to the business, and I was nervous going on to that set and working with Sarah Jessica Parker. And, um, I just feel so fortunate to have gotten that role and it had such an impact on people and still does. So I feel so blessed about that, and I was so thrilled when they called me back for the And Just Like That.
Mhm.
And that started filming, I believe, when we were still somewhat in COVID, and so it was so refreshing to be back on that set and see Carrie and all the girls in their epic costumes, and it just felt like exactly what we needed in society after being on lockdown from COVID. So feel like they brought us back.
And still talking about Sex and the City,
Hmm.
after so many years since the TV program was premiered, the show has become super popular again with new
Hmm.
generations. And how
Yes.
do you feel like seeing the continuation with And Just Like That and the impact that the character Natasha still has on the fans? Have you ever been surprised by any fan reaction or memories about the show?
I think it's so incredible because these women who were such fans how many years ago now have daughters who they're introducing Sex in the City to. And so it is a whole new generation of young women watching the show. And I think the one thing that has surprised me, someone recently said to me, I used to be Team Carrie, but now I'm Team Natasha. And I feel like with age, they realize, wait, hold on. Natasha, Natasha was wronged. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I think with age, they saw some clarity in that relationship.
So just to finish, I wanted to teach you a phrase in Portuguese for your Brazilian fans.
Okay.
To
This is
say like,
difficult.
it's not, I promise. To say bye, a kiss, is tchau, beijo.
Ciao and beijo. Yes.
Perfect, perfect.